Well, hello there everyone, it's Best Tomato here, and today I'm gonna show you my Lego compatible Mapusaurus. Here is the Mapusaurus. So, off back you can tell that this figure is an abomination of many dinosaur action figures together. So, let's start off with what figure are involved in the making of this custom. Let's go. So, you can see at the head is quite obviously an Indominus Rex head, and right here I use the Epoxy Putty and just make it kind of like a crest on the two sides. Yeah, and painted it red. And well, the head is all Indominus Rex. Well, it actually have some spikes on the head here, but then I took it off and used epoxy putty to just cover it up. And for the body might look strange. That's because the body, the leg, and the tail is actually from some knockoff Lego, really cheap ones, with these like the brick thing that you can just put something onto it. Yeah, it's really like spikes, but like I would much rather prefer like the spikes on the original Lego, but that's not the case here. So, and for this, there's actually more like these on this side and the tail, but as you can see quite clearly, I used the epoxy putty to cover it up, and those things, the bricks here, were removed. And with all the things being the bootleg Indominus Rex, the only thing that is not Indominus Rex in this custom is the hands, or the arms, yeah. So, these arms are from the T-Rex, and I add the epoxy putty to make it have 3 fingers, from 2 here to an obviously visible 3rd finger. So that's all that I made for the Mapusaurus, and now let's take it for a closer look. This is the closer look of my Lego compatible Mapusaurus. So as you can see here, I add the white paint on the jaws, and also the mouth, I just painted it bloody red. Well, when painting it is quite satisfying. So with this color scheme, actually, I based it off actually from, what does it call? Oh, the bull T-Rex from the Lost World Jurassic Park, or as some of you might call it, back. And yeah, it actually turns out kind of nice to me. Well, first off, I thought of like having these stripes, but making the coloration just browny, kind of like that. But like, when I think of it, you know, green is pretty nice, so I went with green. And to make it not look like the bull T-Rex from the Lost World Jurassic Park much, I added the crest here to make it to make people knew this is not a T-Rex. Because when I first made it, some of my friends just have some assumptions that this thing is just like a T-Rex with like Indominus Rex head and with the 3rd finger, but no, this is a Mapusaurus. And so, looking at the body, and which I already told you, the bricks line here actually have the parts on here too, but I removed it because I only want the spikes here, but not around here. These areas are like, I don't want the spikes to be around there. And okay, so just like with the jawline, I used the white paint for its belly, and also here you can see a market Mapu for the Mapusaurus. So yeah, so in case as I make more like custom, so I will have track of what species I made. So this Mapu indicates that I already make a Mapusaurus. And so other parts, so if you can see here, this is the original color of the figure. you can see really well that this one is from a pale yellow or orange Indominus Rex. Yeah, and the nails are painted black, obviously. And for the hands, you can obviously see the fake finger there. And also, in case you didn't know already, this is also where the paint also didn't go really well, and you can still see some sort of the original color. But that is also blown by the fact that over here, is bloody red, so you can open its mouth and you cannot see any of the colors on that color on here. But when you just close the mouth, it's just like this red bit that really sticks out and kinda, yeah, anyway. And for the tail is pretty much the least interesting part to look at. And just like at the back here, I used the epoxy putty to just cover up where I took the spikes out, the bricks over here out. And I think it worked quite well, though there is some paint like on here, which bothers me a lot, but like it's just a little paint there, and I did not want to change that. Well, anyway, so I just make the head pop out, but it's easy to put back in. So this is actually a used figure, that's why the head is quite loose, and the jaws too. Yeah, it's not strong at all. One swift pull, yeah, and it's out. I didn't even use any energy. So, overall, if I am to rate this myself, this figure, over here. But start with the facts. First of all, this is not my first custom. I'll show my first custom ever for the Lego compatible things in the other episodes, but right now this one is one of the first customs I have made, and I actually kind of like it. Well, obviously when you make it, you like it, but in all honesty, if I have to point out flaws that I made myself, it's probably the eye. Yeah, the eye look pretty sloppy, and this side is less sloppy than this side. Yeah, this side is even more sloppy. But I think, yeah, this figure when because I make it, so I'm pretty fun with it, and to have like a Lego compatible dinosaur that I can play with and put it on display, and that I made it myself, I'm pretty proud of it. Really, really proud of it. And oh, also, if I forgot to mention, I did not forget to mention this, the teeth here, from spilled up on the paint, some sloppiness, but genuinely, as I can say it myself, not much sloppiness. So that is pretty much it for the review. A review of this figure. And now let's take just one last look at this figure. So as a size comparison here, there is the bootleg Raptor that is the same size as the original Lego Raptor next to the Mapusaurus. And you can see real well that they scale up really well to each other. Well, the Mapusaurus is, even though it's in real life it would have been smaller than the Indominus Rex, it's the same size. Okay, so let's take this picture out. And yeah, and so if I am to say that, if I'm to rate this figure, well, I'm gonna say out of 10, I would probably give it, in my own point of view, 7. Well, it's not what I think the best custom I made so far, but since this is like one of the first one that I made and it came out like this, and the coloration I like and the design that I think is not that bad, I'm pretty proud of it. And this is one of the figures that I put on display like at the front of my room because I really like this figure a lot. Know that it is like the best custom that I made. Well, I'm just a starter, so I'm not that good at custom anyway. So yeah, as far as I go, I think this figure, I did a decent job on it. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think on this custom Lego Mapusaurus? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.